Hello, hello. We're back. Letter R. We're almost to the end of the alphabet. We're almost to the end of April. Can you believe it? So this is R. Hashtag ABC April 2026. Hosted by Crafty by Tony and Margaret at Seven Plaza. Their channels are linked in the title. And so, yeah. Today we have the letter R. And if you know me outside the YouTube world, rabbits. I raised, bred, and showed rabbits for about 15, 16 years or so. Had to quit because of my back, but I still love my bunnies. I miss my bunnies. This is listed in my Etsy shop as hippity hops or something to that effect. Again, the link will be in the description box, the direct link to the rabbits, as well as the main page to my Etsy shop. If you're looking for something in particular, go ahead and pull that drop down menu down, and you can go to wherever you want. If you only want to look at the rabbits, follow the link that'll be in the description box. But you are more than welcome to take a peruse, look around my shop, and who knows, maybe you'll find something in there that strikes your fancy. All right. So, sorry about that. I got a cough that came out of nowhere. Which is probably going to make my nose water and make my nose run, but we'll see how we go. I may have to mute to blow my nose. So here we go. And with this, there are 22 different bunnies. You get 5 of each. And again, so that's 110 pieces, and they are listed for $16 in my Etsy. They are, for the most part, cut to order. They do come in shades of neutral, shades of color, and patterned, which is what these are. Your neutrals are black, white, shades of brown, and shades of gray. Your colors, everything else in the rainbow. And then your pattern paper is usually some form of scrapbook paper with patterning on it. So as you can see, these all have different patterns. And you'll get 5 of them, but they'll have some sort of pattern on them if you choose the patterned option. Okay, so there's that. There's this cute little one. Let's see. Let's go this way. I guess that was not much clearer, but there is an eye punched out of that and a little bit of indentations for the tail, the front arm, the ears. Just like with the cats, if you are artistic enough and or you have a small enough black marker, you can outline those and give them some dimension there. Same with this one. The eyes and the nose are cut out, and then there's indentation lines for the rest of the body features. I don't know how well you can see that. There's another one of, this is one of my favorites. It's like little bunny looking up into the sky. So he's looking up at the stars or something. It's one of my favorites. This one is shaped, it's like a little like an Easter peep. No features, just a silhouette. I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a bit here. Probably have to zoom you back out, but we'll see. I'm getting into some different patternings here. And again, these are cut out of by all the scraps that I have floating around in my craft room. You can tell the eye is cut out. There's whisker and ear detail. Again, you can highlight those with a permanent marker or something. And there's this guy. this one. This one's cute. It's like, hello. Hello. I'm a little floppy ear bunny. This one's kind of jackrabbit-esque. Looks a little more wild hair, but also looking up into the sky, so he's cute. Now these ones are hard to tell. I probably will not capture it on camera, but these two are male and female. So one is wearing coveralls. Let's see if I can find a light one that it shows up on real well. Nope. So you're probably not going to be able to tell, but on this one, we're hung up. Hold on, we're hung up. Excuse me, bunny ears. Let go of each other. Thank you very much. So this one is a little farmer. He's wearing coveralls. Up close you can see the pant legs, the pocket, and the different details on the coveralls. And then this is the female bunny, the female farmer. And she's wearing like a long apron or a dress. But again, those are details that you'll have to color out yourself, mark out yourself. Otherwise, you get the silhouetted version of it. This little guy. You can see the nose is punched out, as are the eyes. Some of them, the eyes are not all the way out, but the eyes are punched out of that one. It's got the little nose detail. It's got some little cheek dots. It's got some eyelashes and little hands. You got this one, which again is very challenging to see on some of the patterning. So I'm going to move it around. You see the little eyes are punched out. Nose, hands, feet. It's kind of this, it's the same bunny but reversed, facing the opposite direction of each other. This one. As you can tell, when I punched these out, I had a lot of this pink starred paper, because there's a lot of them in that. There are quite a few. This little tiny guy. Get this little silhouette. Little bunny sitting up on his hind feet. This little guy. This itty bitty 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 little bunny. And I tell you, I lost a lot of these when I was cutting these out and getting stock into the store, because they're so little and finicky, and they like to grab onto each other. But you're oh so cute. Again, little tiny bunny sitting up on his hind legs. He's like 3/4, maybe 5/8 of an inch. Little tiny itty bitty bunny. Get this one. And this one. And then the final two. This one. The ears are cut out, like I can stick my fingernail through them. The eyes, the nose, and the little hip feature here are cut out of the paper, just to give it some of that detail that some of the other silhouettes just kind of lack because of their design. And the last but not least, this is also one of my favorite little bunnies on these. I love this little guy. I never was a straight ear bunny. I am a floppy ear bunny mama. I had Holland Lops, Mini Lops, French Lops. I didn't do American Fuzzies, and did not like English Lops. But I did raise a few straight-eared bunny breeds, but not very many, and I never stuck with them long. They just weren't my favorite. I like the floppy ears. I said, I raised bunnies until my back said no more. And the last breed I had were the French Lops. And if you don't know anything about bunnies, French Lops are the big guys. They can be, they can weigh up to like 22 pounds. And so they are a very big breed. And not something that my back was fond of handling. So, I mean, it got to the point where I couldn't even really do a full day show circuit, carrying them back and forth to the table, over multiple shows. By the end of the day, I was like barely able to move. And, that doesn't really work, because at the end of the day, you still have to pack your bunnies up. I almost got stuck to my finger now. At the end of the day, you still have to pack your bunnies back out to your truck and then haul them home. And then when you go home, you got to unload them from your truck and get them back into their coops. So it's like, it just wasn't happening for me. By the time I got home, I was finding more and more often that they were having to stay in their carrier coops overnight so that I could get some rest and come back the next day and put them back into their homes. And that just really wasn't fair, especially for the Frenchies, since they were so big. To have to spend the night in a carrying cage, not fair to them. So it was time for me to unfortunately give up that hobby. I kind of toyed with the idea of getting back into it, but just doing a smaller breed. But at the end of the day, it really just is not. It's just not, because even a small breed requires multiple trips up and out of chairs, in and out of chairs, in and out of chairs, back and forth to tables, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You still got to load them from your barn to your truck to the showroom, your showroom to the truck to the barn. And that's not to mention all the daily feeding and everything you got to do daily, and the cleanings of the cage. It just, even with small breeds, it just wasn't going to happen. It was just way too much. But that is a story for another day. If you want to hear more about rabbits, leave me a comment below. Leave me a comment anyway. But especially if you want to know more about rabbits, let me know, and I will gladly tell some more stories. But with that, we're going to go ahead and call this a video, and we will catch you next time. Bye. Peace out.